Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we have two matches against two Uniteds. We've got Sheffield United at home first in the league, and then we have Manchester United at home in the Carabao Cup third round. So first up, we've got Sheffield United at home, and it's been quite a good start to the season. I'm moaning a little bit, but we are unbeaten still at the start of the season here, and we are predicted to be in a relegation battle. So the fact that we've unbeaten in the first 6 league games and unbeaten our 2 Carabao Cup games as well, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. Saying that though, we have drawn our last 2 home league games against Sunderland and Blackpool. So I'm a little bit annoyed about that. But if we can beat Sheffield United at home first of all, I'll be quite happy with that, to be honest. We could go back up to second in the league. It's very tight, as you see there, between second and us, as it should be. It's very early on in the season. Bournemouth for a little bit running away with things at the minute. But all in all, it's been a decent start to the season. Probably better than decent. But in my opinion, it could have been better. So of course, since the last episode, we've had the end of the transfer window. I haven't signed any more players or sold any more players in that point. You're probably wondering about David Helm, my 6'6" giant striker. I did not sell him in the end. No one made a bid for him. And the good news is, there's no longer any teams interested in him. So I'm hoping that in a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, he might not be unhappy anymore and I can quickly get him tied down to another contract. If we don't, then we're in whole heaps of trouble because he's only got less than a year left on his contract now. And we could risk losing him on a free. Saying that though, he hasn't signed a new contract by January. I think I'll just take a cut price deal for him. 10 million or less probably. At least that's a lot better than losing him on a free. But at the moment he's staying here with the club and hopefully he can be interested in signing a new contract very, very soon. So of course we're sitting 5th in the league currently, still unbeaten in the league at the moment. But we have drawn 3 of the last 4 games, which has been a little bit annoying. But it's been a solid start to the season. I can't complain too much. So after the last episode, we beat Dover 4-3 away from home, and we should have won about 6-0 to be honest. The next game we played Burnley at home, and we won again 4-3. So it was 14 goals in the space of 2 games there, which was absolute madness. We won the game 4-3, but 2 of those goals came in the 94th minute for Burnley. Both 2 goals in 94 minutes, which is very strange. We were actually 3-0 up and 4-1 up in this game. So it was a very, very successful win. Very annoying the fact that we could see those 2 late goals there. Very annoying in fact. Burnley dominated possession in this game, but we hit them massively on the counter in this game. We just really did a job on them. It was great, great win. But really annoying to concede those 2 late goals, as I said. But at the end of the day, it was a win against one of the strongest teams in the division, so that was nice. After that, we played Borough away from home. I set up this game on the counter-attack here, and it almost worked out to be a tactical masterclass, because Middlesbrough were by far the better team in the game. We defended valiantly, though, and Ricky J. Jones made it 1-0 in the 77th minute, which seemed like it was our first shot in the game. It actually might have been our first shot in the game. It almost pulled off a brilliant masterclass, as I said, but unfortunately for us, Reece Oxford got a header from a corner in the 88th minute to make it 1-1. Remember Reece Oxford? Remember they was talking about him being the next big thing? 16 years of age, playing against Arsenal, I think it was. I think they said he had Mesut Ozil in his pocket. Safe to say his career did not go the right way as it seemed back then. But he's had quite a successful career in the Bundesliga with Augsburg and Gladbach and now playing for Middlesbrough these days. But anyway, not important. He scored a goal against us to prevent us winning the game. But I can't have too many complaints about that. We did not deserve to win the game. But it's always annoying to concede a goal late on. After that, we had another brilliant thriller. We beat Cardiff at home 5-3 in the Carabao Cup second round. Again, annoying to concede 3 goals, to be honest. We were 4-0 up in this game at half-time. Ken Abbo, of course, who rejected us to go on loan to Cardiff, which is very, very bizarre. I don't know what on earth the bloke is thinking, but anyway, that's his decision. He has to live with it. He got a goal against us, though, and Ebu Adams made it 4-2. Louis Barry made it 5-2, and then Andrew Owen made it 5-3 in the 90th minute. We got through that Carabao Cup second round tie quite nicely, though, to set up Man United in the third round. After that, though, just 4 days later, we faced Cardiff again, this time away from home in the league, and we smashed them 5-0. It did help the fact that their right back got sent off after 48 seconds. Dan Barton, he was actually for this game, I actually targeted him because he was by far the weakest point of Cardiff's team. You see here, he's just not a very good right back, which where he's playing, and I looked to exploit him. I wasn't expecting to exploit him so quickly in the game though, and him to get red card after 49 seconds, but it certainly helped us on our way there. We actually 2-0 up after 4 minutes after that. We was 4-0 up after 14 minutes in this game. It was actually, I didn't know what scoreline was setting up. getting very, very excited. Unfortunately, though, there was a big 71-minute gap between our 4th and 5th goal. But Tony Springer made it 5-0 in the 83rd minute. Should not complain at all, though. We beat Cardiff 5-0 away from home, so that was absolutely sensational. It did help, though. They had their right back being sent off after 49 seconds. But anyway, we still had the job done. After that, though, was 2 disappointing draws, to be honest. Home to Sunderland. Sunderland are a good Championship team. Same with Blackpool as well. Arguably got better teams than us, but home advantage in both of these two. I expect 4 points out of these 2 games. So to draw both of them was really disappointing. We drew at home to Sunderland 0-0. Created chances, so did they, but we just could not get that goal. And at home to Blackpool, we drew 1-1 as well. We were actually the better team in this game. We went 1-0 down through Callum Wright in the 26th minute. I tried my hardest to get a goal back in the game. Thankfully, we got that for a penalty. Taylor Richards with a goal there, 1-1. But we should have won this game. You know, Sunderland at home. I think a draw was a fair result, but against Blackpool, we should have won that game, so that was disappointing. But anyway, hopefully we can get over those 2 draws there and beat Sheffield United at home. That would be nice. They're sitting 11th in the league currently. We are 5th, so we should have home advantage in this game, and we should be the favourites to win this game. Oh, before we get started with this first match, just a couple of mentions about the new signings. Well, Shola Shortire, I'm actually quite surprised how good he's been at the start of the new season here. He's got 7.38 average rating, and he's looked like a really, really good player for us. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists in 6 games in the Championship. And he's got a goal and assist in the Carabao Cup as well in 2 games. He's looking like a really, really solid player for me. Very versatile as well. Whether I play him on the right or on the left, he seems to be working very well there and very, very successful. I'm really excited about him. He's a free transfer as well, so whatever happens to him go down the line, it's just a massive benefit to have him at the club because now his value just keeps increasing. He's now worth 7.2 to 8.4 million. As I said, we got him on a free transfer, so that is very nice. The only weak point about his game, I'd say, apart from his aerial ability and defending, is his physical attributes here. You see 10 natural fitness. He can't really play 2 games in a week. Stamina 10 as well. Of course, we've got Man United in 3 days' time. His former team, his boyhood club. Don't think he's going to be fit enough to play that game, though. Obviously, the Sheffield United game is much more important to us than the Man United game, because although it's not impossible, it's unlikely we're going to win the Carabao Cup. So, obviously, focusing on the Championship and showing Shortire play in this game today. Also, Taylor Richards, new signing, has been quite consistent. Been quite happy with him. He's already starting to improve, which is nice. He's looking really good, and probably our best centre midfielder at the club currently, which is great. Looking really good, as I said. Obviously, Ricky J. Jones was here last year on loan, but he's coming in as a permanent transfer this season, again on a free transfer. So, our 3 best signings so far of the window, apart from loan signings, are all free transfers. So, very happy with that. Good piece of business. Ed McGinty, he had 1 poor game, but other than that, he's looked very solid. Bailey Peacock Farrell, by the way, is absolutely horrendous. He's had 2 games so far this season, and he got a 6.1 average rating, so he is firmly back up. It didn't take long for me to make my mind up about Ed McGinty. He is firmly our number 1 goalkeeper for the season. Obviously, David Helm, not really a new signing, but come out from loan, and he's done all right. 3 goals in 6 games, 7.08, so 1 in 2. Happy with that. One player who's been very, very disappointing, though, which I'm actually quite surprised about. I thought he was going to be good for us, is Willem Goebbels. He's been terrible so far. 5 games, no goals, no assists in the league, and a 6.6 average rating. He has scored a goal in the Carabao Cup. I think he scored that against Dover, actually. So since then, he's been absolutely terrible. But he does start today, though. He starts today up front, probably thinking, what am I doing? Well, I'm setting up this game here against Sheffield United. They're playing 3 at the back. I decided to go, well, the same formation I always go with, basically. But I'm playing with a deep line forward and support today to try and force the centre-backs out of position there and open up spaces. Also, for today's game, I'm going with positive mentality. The same as what I've done in the last 2 games against Sunderland and Blackpool. And I'm focusing play down the left and right for today's game because I feel like that's their weak point, Sheffield United, in today's match. So Sheffield United at home. Can we start off the episode with a win? Well, let's find out. Before we get started with the first match, guys, please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. It really helps the video get seen by more people. And also, if you're new around here, do consider hitting that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and much appreciated as well. So let's get started with the first match then. At home to Sheffield United. Can we win this one? I really hope we can. As I said, it's disappointing the fact that we dropped points on the last 2 home games. So get 3 home games in a row in the league and not to win all 3 of them would be really disappointing. So I really hope we win this one at home to Sheffield United, especially Man United on the rise as well. But as I said, I'm expecting us to lose to Man United, so it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, here we go. Up against a 3 at the back system for the first time this season. I'm very nervous about that. We've got a corner here though, 4 minutes in. Spring it to take it. Cross it in. Ndiaye, his 2nd headed goal of the season. Get in there. Spring it with a nice corner. Spring it's had a good season so far as well. What a lovely start to the match. 5 minutes in with 1-0 up. That is one way to settle the nerves, isn't it? Get in. Commanding header from the lad there. Get in there. Been a very promising start, actually. but obviously a long way to go in the game. As I said, I set up with 3 at the back here today, and we haven't played against that system in the season, so a bit nervous about that. As I said, I always change things for every single game, and it seems to be working so far, which is great. Anyway, 25 minutes into the match here, not much else is happening, to be honest. We are by far the better team in the game, though. And Hayden Coulson with a long throw into Goebbels. Oh my word. That would have been a lovely worked goal that went in there. Goebbels with a header down to Aziz. It looked like it was going to nestle in the back bottom corner there, but unfortunately it did not. Anyway, 32 minutes in, Sheffield United's first chance of the match, and it's a corner. And they score from it, of course they do. First shot in the match, and it's a goal. Brilliant. Well, 2 headed goals in the match so far, both from corners as well. That's really annoying, though. That is really annoying. By far the better team in the game so far. Can't clear our lines there, and Rockford just headers it almost into an empty net there, which is disgraceful. Well, that's pathetic, that. 2 minutes before half-time, back on the highlight again. Here's Aziz. Starts today in place of Harper. Harper's been a mainstay in the team this season, but a bit of poor run of form, Harper, so giving Aziz a go today. Anyways, Ndiaye. I don't know if he's any relation to Sheffield United's Ndiaye. Same name, same surname. Both play for Senegal as well, but I don't know if they're related or not. Anyway, here's Kessler Hayden. To spring it. He got assist today. Can he add a goal to his... Oh, I thought he was going in. I thought he was going in there from spring it, but unfortunately just wide. Well, I don't know how to react to that, to be honest. It's been quite a good first half, but it's 1-1, so I'm going to thrash the arms about. Well, just a very slight tweak at half-time there, but a very slight tweak. I changed Richards from a roaming playmaker to Mazzala on attack to hopefully get him in the game a bit more, but doesn't seem to have done anything so far. We shall see if it changes anything, though. I said their right back is very, very weak, or their right wing back, so hopefully we can target him a little bit. Anyway, here's Rockford, the guy who scored the first goal for Sheffield United. Bit of a tame effort there. Ed McGinty saves it very easily. Yeah, we're not doing too well now, to be honest. Sheffield United are the better team in the game, so that's very, very annoying. Alright, well, the second half hasn't gone well so far for it, so it's time for another tweak. As you can see, I'm going with a 4-2-4 style formation here, but there's 2 DMs in there. Ibrahim Bourne infielder and Aziz Rowan playmaker support, and David Helmer's on the pitch. He's on for Richards at a poor game today, and also I bigged up short time before the match. We had a poor game as well, and Ricky J. Jones is on. So hopefully these 2 can change the game in our favour. We shall see. Come on, boys. As I said, Sheffield United have been by far the better team in the game since the early period, really. Need to start improving, but it doesn't look like we're improving, does it? Doesn't look like we're improving. Hayden Coulson, the poor game, take him off. A lot of yellow cards today as well. Going to bring on Ferguson for him, put us in an inverted wing back. You know, it's time for Harper to come on as well. He come on for Aziz and play their own playmaker support role. Got a bit more positive as well with 20 minutes to go. Can we force the win here? As I said, get 3 league games in a row. To draw all 3 of them would be really disappointing. But at the moment, will we take a draw? Because Sheffield United are the better team in the match? I don't know. A couple minutes to go here, though. It's been very even, really. 2 minutes of added time. It's another draw, isn't it? Well, 3 home league games in a row. To draw all 3 of them is criminal. They're all 3 decent teams. All teams that are predicted to finish higher than us. But we've got home advantage. So I'm just annoyed. We've scored 2 goals in the last 3 games as well. Considering the fact we've scored 5 against Cardiff twice this season. We scored 4 against Dover and Burnley as well. To only score 3 in 3 games is really disappointing. We are still 4th in the league, though, so I shouldn't moan too much, but we just have 3 home league games in a row, so we should be able to win one of them, shouldn't we? One of them at least. Well, that's 4 draws out of 5 league games now. We actually drew a lot of games last season as well. Yeah, we drew 14 games last season, so it seems like we're a bit of a draw specialist here with Portsmouth. So that's the noise. And the good news is, though, we haven't lost the game yet, so that's great. But we need to turn some of these draws into wins. We're not going to get much opportunities like this in the future, of course. As I said, 3 home league games in a row. We've obviously got some tricky away games coming up soon. Due to that, Swansea away soon, Fulham away, Fulham and Leeds away back to back. It's disgusting. So yeah, disappointing that we can't win any of the last 3 league games. However, if we do beat Man United at home in the Carabao Cup 3rd round, though, I will end the episode on a massive high. Okay, here we go. It's time for a very tricky game now. Home to Man United. We haven't lost this so far this season, all competitions of course, but this could be the game where we finally lose. I'm setting up with a counter-attack today's game though, going with a cautious mentality. As you see, they've got 2 ball midfielders in there as well. Got McGinty in goal, he remains in goal. Peacock Farrell, I've got no confidence in him whatsoever. Got Ferguson the right back, Got Coulson left back, Abbott and Reneke centre backs. Then I've got Ibrahim and Morel as the two DMs. Harper in midfield as well on attack centre midfield. Then we've got Shortar against his former team. Jones on the left, which hopefully his pace can help us in today's game. And David Helm up front, the big 6'6" giant as a target forward. So hopefully, if we can exploit Man United here today, we can do it with Helm's height and Jones's pace. But it's going to be a massive ask here. Man United at home, can we pull off a massive upset? Well, let's find out. Well, the longer we stay in this game, the more chance we've got, of course, but it's going to be a massive ask here today. I would say they're going with a weakened 11, but they've still got players such as Sancho, James Maddison playing today, Seavold as well. They've got Antonio Silva centre-back, so even if it's a weakened 11 for Man United, it's still a lot better than our team. So, and I think it's doing it a little bit of a service, and it's a weakened 11. It just seems like a very good young team here. I thought that was a penalty, but apparently it isn't. I was sure that was a penalty there. Early stages here, though. We've not been absolutely battered, although they did almost just score there. But we're still yet to have a shot on target in the match, both teams here. So, early signs are quite decent. But 30 minutes in, back on the highlight again. Jay Jones with just a terrible attempt at a clearance. He gets the ball back, though, but he gives it away to Angelo. He's got to be offside, hasn't he? Apparently not. Here's Angelo. Seems to be having a field day so far, Angelo. Put Coulson back as a fullback and support there because Angelo seems to be getting a lot of chances there. But he does like to bomb forward, Coulson, so we'll see how he does. But anyway, 5 minutes before half-time here. Man United are the better team in the game, but at the moment we've kept them relatively quiet. They have still yet to have a shot on target in the match, so as first halves go, can't complain too much. Although I am going to moan a little bit. Well, we can get to extra time penalties and beat them there. I'll take that. Still not a single shot on target in the match yet. Here's Angelo again. It all seems to be going on the right-hand side, doesn't it? McGinty makes himself big there and he prevents Sancho scoring. Although it's a pathetic effort from Sancho, to be fair. Back on the highlight again. Back down that right-hand side. Here's Vonderson. Morel with a good tackle, but back to Vonderson again. Here's Angelo. Here's Stiller. And he scores. I was wondering who on earth Stiller was at the start of the game there. I was thinking, is that Ben Stiller's son or something playing football? I had no idea, never heard of him. Angelo Stiller, looks like quite a good player, to be fair. Quite a good youngster, so I should have heard of him, really. And I've heard of him now because he just scored against us, which is disappointing. Anyway, 30 minutes to go here. We are not creating anything in the game, which is a little bit understandable, but I'd like if we created something, at least something. Well, I brought on Richards for Morel here, getting rid of the second DM. Hopefully Richards might be able to do something, we shall see. Also, I brought on Springett for Shortire. Shortire's had a terrible game here today against his former team. So, can we create something in the game, though? Can we create something? It's only 1-0, so we can still do something here. We still have a chance of going through, but yeah, at the moment it's not looking likely, is it? It's not looking likely at all. Jay Jones has been pathetic today as well, so we'll take him off, bring on Goebbels. Well, another couple of changes here. Kessler Hayden is on for Ferguson, and also I've brought on Goebbels for Jay Jones to see if we can create something in the game. 17 minutes to go. I've gone to balanced as well. Mid-block on there instead of a low block. Less than 10 minutes to go. Should have gone more than balanced. So we're finally getting shots away. They're not on target, though. We've got a chance. We've got a chance. Coulson with a free kick. Doesn't lead to much. We're back on it. Oh, no. Springett with a pathetic first, second, third, and fourth touch there from Tony Springett. Pathetic, that. Finally got a chance of the game, but you let us down massively there. 2-0 and it's game over, isn't it? Game over. Game over. Not like it's too much of a surprise with Portsmouth against Man United. But, you know, we're one of the worst teams in the Championship according to the season preview. And of course, Man United are Man United. So, it's expected, but I would have liked us to put up a little bit more of a fight than this, to be honest. I don't think David Helm did well today, to be honest, up front there. He's very hit and miss, Helm. Didn't do too well today's game. He did have 8 shots in the game, but none of them on target at all. That's pretty pathetic. And as you can see here by the average rating, no one really impressed. But anyway, I'll move on quite quickly. We did quite well in the Carabao Cup. We had 2 massive thrillers in the Carabao Cup, a 4-3 and a 5-3. Unfortunately, we've come to an end here now at home to Man United. And there could be worse teams we could have lost to. So I'll get over it very, very quickly. But that's now 4 games without a win, though. That's kind of concerning. 3 of those in the league, of course. Got Swansea away next, though. And they got promoted with us from League 1 last season. I think we beat them like 5-1 last season away from home. Was it 5-1? Yes, we beat Swansea away 5-1 last season in a crucial game for the League 1 promotion race. Fortunately for them, they got promoted anyway, so didn't make too much of a difference. But that was a great win. So we beat Swansea away 5-1 just about 4 months ago, so there's no reason to think we can't beat them away from home in the next game. Going to be tricky though. Home to Coventry as well. It's really important that we win one of the next 2 games, that is for sure, because after that we've got Fulham away, then Bristol City at home, and then Leeds away. So that's going to be 2 massive games that. In terms of the next episode though, guys, I think I'm going to bring you back for the games at home to Blackburn and away to Luton. So not quite the episode I wanted. We are still unbeaten in the league though. That's great, but we need to start turning some of these draws into wins. We're out of the Carabao Cup as well, but that was to be expected. Hopefully, when we come back for the next episode, we get a few wins in the month of October and we stay in and around that playoff place. That would be very nice. Anyway, guys, please remember that if you like this video, hit that like button for me. And also, if you're new around here, do consider hitting that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and you much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.